Hi everyone, this is Migs from Sneaks and Ball PH, and today we have our playoff predictions, but this time for the Eastern Conference. So Carl's still with us. So what's up, Carl?
And Migs.
So just like what we did with the Western Conference playoff predictions, we'll go straight into it. So 1 versus 8, a kind of David and Goliath sort of matchup. It's the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Orlando Magic. So who you got? They are at home. Orlando Magic are at home. Don't forget.
Technically, they are at home, but with how their how their season has been, and how their roster has been, especially with Jonathan Isaac's injury, I got the Bucks in 4. Isaac is their best perimeter defender, best all-around defenders. He could have been their best guy to guard either Giannis or Chris Middleton, but with him out, and with how Milwaukee just plays, this is gonna be a Milwaukee sweep for me.
Yeah, I think I can see that also. I really don't know who on the Magic team can push them to get a game at least. I just don't see it, and the season series they swept the season series as well. So
That one too. That one.
At least Orlando can enjoy Disney World a little more in advance.
Well, they belong. I mean, they are from there, so
Yeah. So I guess the Orlando Magic are a team that still has a lot of work to do, even though they are a playoff team.
A lot of growing pains, especially with Gordon, Fultz, Isaac, hopefully back in a year, and they have Mo Bamba. That's a lot of growing pains.
Although I am happy as a Sixers fan that I do see Markel, playing better.
He's worked his butt off to finally be able to show what he could do, and there's still room for growth.
Yeah, but
consistent.
The brooms are out, I guess, for us.
Yeah, yep.
The brooms are out. Okay, so the next matchup would be the 2 and the 7. So this is the Toronto Raptors versus the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, of course, don't have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So who you got, Carl?
This is gonna be tough for me because I was going between either a sweep or a 5-game win. But considering how Brooklyn has played in the bubble, I'm giving them 1 win. So I have the Raptors in 5. The reason I have that is the way they've played is more similar to Toronto, with a lot more outside shooting, a lot more prevalent outside shooting. So Toronto cannot run their matchup zones too much because this team will be shooting threes. Whoever on the court has shot threes, you could watch the Brooklyn highlights for that, as anyone who was on the floor except for Jared Allen took threes. So I have them winning out, especially with how Caris LeVert is finally back to his pre-injury form, and everything else, I still got Toronto in 5. Toronto's been really good this year, and that's why I have them in 5.
Yes, they have, and from their finals win last year, I just see so much growth from everyone on the Raptors team. Well, except for maybe Marc Gasol because he's aging, but everyone else has really been on the rise. Yeah,
Marc
he has.
Gasol's playoffs.
But I am also willing to give them 1 game, so I call Raptors in 5. Because you can always have a 35-point Caris LeVert game. That's always in the mix. And of course, you do have a team that plays really, really hard. You do have Jared Allen, who protects the rim very well, and you also have Joe Harris. Joe Harris, who does not miss when he's open.
That's true.
If Joe Harris is open, you'd be counting greens in NBA 2K, I swear. So I'm willing to give them a game, but we pretty much agree on that. They don't really stand much of a chance. But next year is probably a different story with AD and Kyrie coming back.
And Dinwiddie also healthy.
We shall see.
They're gonna be a treat. They're gonna be a treat to watch for next year, for sure.
This next one is a bit painful for me as a Sixers fan. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go with my head or with my heart on this one. But we have the 3-6 matchup between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. Who you got, Carl?
I have the Celtics in 6. The reason I have them in 6 is because if Embiid does play up to Embiid form, which means when he's in a role, motivated and focused, no one can guard him. If he does that for a consistent series, he can keep them in this. The question is, where does playmaking come from? Horford has struggled this year. Tobias Harris isn't much of a two-way guy. He's more of a get you buckets guy. And J. Rich is, in terms of system-wise, this isn't Spo's system where he can be a two-way guy. It's more of him being a spot-up shooter. So Embiid, I am counting on Embiid to become a beast this series, but I have the overall depth and firepower of the Celtics, especially their health they're finally healthy. I got the Celtics in 6.
Okay, I see you. Of course, my heart is saying, hey, look at the season series. The Sixers won the season series.
Yep.
But, you know, the playoffs is a different animal, so I'm not really sure how the Sixers can pull it off, especially without Simmons in the lineup. Because even though Simmons and Embiid don't really mesh well on the court, you know, they're still better when they're both on the team, you know?
Yep, both on the floor.
Yeah, so I just really don't know. There's just so many question marks with the Sixers right now.
Yeah.
But my heart says they're gonna give it a fight, so I say Celtics in 7. Because the Celtics don't lose in 7. Celtics don't lose in 7.
But I see that happening. If let's say all bets aside and everything falls into place, this could be a 7-game series. Especially if Brett Brown adjusts and slows the game down, you know, gives Embiid and Horford more high-low post touches to use their length over Tatum, Hayward, Theis, Kanter. That could be a matchup.
Come on, Brett Brown, please just give Embiid like 25 shots at least.
Yeah, that at least
at least 25 shot attempts. Come on, for us to have a chance.
He should not be parking outside the 3-point on the series.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then for our last for the East, we have the 4-5, which is the Miami Heat versus the Indiana Pacers. This is going to be an interesting and testy one. So, who you got, Carl?
I have the Heat in 6, and the reason I have them in 6 is the Pacers aren't complete. You have Oladipo still recovering into form. Yeah, they previously lost Jeremy Lamb due to injury, and then Domantas Sabonis didn't join them in the bubble. So yes, the Pacers are on fire. You got Brogdon and TJ Warren, who's been amazing but against the Heat, who have had their number across the board with the matchups. This is gonna be a tight one, but I got the Heat in 6.
If you got the Heat in 6, I'm actually gonna bring it even lower. I think I have the Heat in 5.
I could see that happening.
The Heat just play hard, man. The Heat just play hard.
That is true.
And they really found these really good pieces in Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. Like, some games Duncan Robinson's hot, some games Tyler Hero's hot, and then sometimes it's over because everyone's hot, including Kelly Olynyk. So they're a team that's built pretty well because they all defend, and then you have people who can score in the paint. You have Jimmy Butler, who's tough as hell, and then you also have Bam. Bam's just a beast. Like,
he is definitely.
What training program is he on where he can take a rebound, pump fake with 3 people on him, and dunk it underneath the rim? Bam's a beast.
Well, I think it's when the time Whiteside was still there and he was coming off the bench for Whiteside. When we all know that Whiteside will motivate this beast, but it's been a while since we've seen him locked in like that.
Yeah, you never have to question Bam's motor though. Bam has a motor. So I think, unless TJ Warren really is the second coming of Michael Jordan, I don't see the Pacers winning this.
Even if TJ Warren puts up 40 per game, the matchups across the board, they're in a tough spot because Miles Turner is going to be guarded by Bam. You got Brogdon guarded by either Dragic or Kendrick Nunn. still have Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson to worry about. Then you still have Kelly Olynyk. Then you have playoff veterans in Iggy and Jay Crowder. So this is still
definitely.
This is really a matchup that favors the Heat, despite it being very gritty during the regular season and during that bubble matchup. This is a gritty matchup, but this is a matchup that that lies in favor of Miami.
It can always be a gritty matchup, but but the other teams just overwhelmed.
On top. Yep. Yes, that could be.
So there you have it. That was just our East prediction. So we kind of agreed on most of it. Just it differs between how many games. So once again, like a while ago, whoever gets the most right gets treated to burgers.
I'm down for that.
So thanks, Carl, and to everyone watching the video. If you agree with us or if you disagree with us, that's all good. You can always have your own opinion. So please sound off in the comment section down below what your playoff predictions are, and we can always chat. And so we'll see you guys next time in the pre-Eastern Conference semis and pre-Western Conference semis video. So Carl, we'll see you then. All right.
See you, Migs. Thank you.